What is going on, YouTube? Boy King Macho coming live to you yet again. Hope y'all can hear this. I'm gonna actually test this before I actually upload it to make sure people can hear me. A lot of people in the last video said they really couldn't hear what I was saying. I don't know if it was because of road noise or noise of the AC or whatever, but you know, I'm trying to make sure that I can actually get the information out to people that they need, so that you know they'll be able to make a clear understanding of what's going on. Sorry, this can't be a face-to-face video because I'm actually working at the moment, but I do have my phone in a hands-free mount right now. Got my hands on the steering wheel, hand on the shifter, so I'm actually driving safely. So, but just wanted to give everybody an update on the situation that's going on with me at the company that I'm at right now, and needless to say, I'm not happy. At first, going into this, I was happy, I was excited, I was motivated about the possibility of being able to do. There you go. Hopefully y'all can see me a little bit better. Being able to do something that can help me build and grow and eventually become a standalone entity, which I'm still a standalone entity. I do have my LLC. My trademarks been published so that it can get approved for trademarking and everything, but I'm still considered a owner-operator. But after doing some investigation, I've come to understand that the way that this contract is structured over here, it's really not what it's supposed to be. Okay? You come to this company, which I can't say the name right now, but all of y'all who have ever watched my videos, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about. But if you come to this company, you're going to get a lease purchase, which the way that they did an incentive, which I call it sucker fee. I call it a sucker fee, and I take partially. I take some blame for it because I actually should have looked into it a little bit deeper than just the surface. But I got a bonus for signing on with them to be an owner-operator. Now, the funny thing about becoming an owner-operator with this company is that you're really not an owner-operator, okay? The company that I'm contracted to stands as they call it a corporate backer or corporate sponsor. That's it, corporate sponsor. That was the exact term that the representative I spoke with said. They stand as a corporate sponsor. Okay. So when you actually apply for this lease purchase, they're not lease purchasing you the truck on your strength alone. They're giving it to you on the strength of the company. Now, the problem with that is they have a partnership with said company so that that company has operational control over your truck. I haven't been able to see where it says that in the contract I signed, which I got some questions about that. I actually sent that back to the representative that's handling my account. I'm waiting to hear back on that, and I'll give y'all an update when that comes in. But I did take some time this weekend and read over my contract with this company, and it states that any use of my truck outside of operating and pulling loads for this company, I have to get authorization through this company. Now, to take it a few steps back, Now I can have my hands off steering wheel because I'm at a border crossing point. But to take it a few steps back, I knew that something was sort of shady with this contract, being that I'm considered an owner-operator, and I actually had to ask permission for my wife to ride in my truck, which they denied me. They said, you can only have a rider in your truck for business purposes, which I think is the dumbest shit that you tell an owner-operator, hey, you can't do whatever you want to in your truck. You only can have somebody in your truck is if they're a slip seat driver, or you have them listed as a secondary driver, whatever, what have you. So I noticed that was a shady point then, but then it really got dirty when I actually read deeper into the contract, and it states that I have to have authorization through this company to sublease to another company. Now, sublease in my mind means that you already leased onto this company, but this company is going to allow you to go work for another company. And usually when you sublease, you get some kind of monetary benefit for being allowed to do that. So I got some questions. Definitely got some questions that I need answered. But now I sort of feel bad because I'm stuck into a truck. And for those who want to know, stuck into a truck for 4 years. At the end of that 4-year term, I got $13,000 that I have to pay them so that I can actually own the truck. So doing the math on everything, this truck is going to pretty much cost me somewhere in the neighborhood of probably about 90 grand, which is only worth maybe about 60. So I'm going to end up having to pay 1.5 times what this truck is worth. So I'm already turned off by that because I don't like wasting fucking money, and I'm gonna feel like, what's the use of me paying into this truck when I gonna owe you $13,000 after the fact? Now granted, I got an escrow fund that money could come out of, but from what I've been told by other people who lease through this company, that they have a tendency to try to steal your money from you, as far as, saying, oh, well, you spent it on this, you spent it on that, or either coming up all together and saying that they can't account for where your money went, and then they come back and say, well, you could pay us $1 and you can continue to drive the truck for another X amount of years. That's bullshit to me. I'm not gonna fucking do that. That's just a waste of fucking money. So, moral of the story is, anytime you get into one of these owner-operator situations with any company, definitely take the time to talk to some of their drivers. Talk to the drivers in the positions that you're going to be in. When you get the contract, they going to rush you, especially with my situation. Like, I was like one of like 20, and I moved out here from the East Coast. I spent all this money to move out here. They jammed me up for about 8 to 10 weeks on my truck. They kept going back and forth, bullshitting about when, they were gonna make my truck available to me. So I got behind them bills. Then when I started coming out of a hole, it's like they start popping up all this other BS, and you start seeing that, okay, there's a potential to make money. But you can talk to everybody from the dispatcher that gives you your loads all the way up to the GM, and they basically like, it's not really too much we can do. So, and then to make it all about as worse as possible, your settlements are going to be jacked up every single week. Every single week your settlements are jacked up. We actually got guys right now who have been working for over a month and a half and have not received a single paycheck, and their accounts are showing in the negative because they haven't processed. They breached the contract because they didn't pay in a timely manner, which reflected the accounts to show in a negative balance. So I can't say the name of this company, but I will say that they have red letters. And if you want to know what company this is, you can contact me directly, and I will give you a full scoop and tell you, please please do not make the choices that I made. Do not put yourself in a situation where you're going to be stressed out. Do not buy into a damn truck that typically you're not going to ever fucking own. You're not ever going to own. Or worse come to worse, you can pay for the truck. You can buy everything for it. Fuel, oil changes, brakes, tires, whatever. But technically, you just paying for the company's truck. That truck belongs to the company, but you get to make the payments on it. So once again, this is your boy King Macho, and I'm on the road. You can, anybody who got questions and concerns, you definitely can hit me up. Created a new email, which is LionDynastyTransport@gmail.com. My Facebook is Travis Manny Spencer on Facebook. Instagram, I think I'm at King Macho, and Snapchat, I don't know. I have to get back to y'all in the next video with all that stuff, but hit me up if you got any questions or concerns, and I will definitely do my best to get you the information you need. Peace.